The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Better keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. Check four. Check. Sunday.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
To throw, it's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And this winds up a pick. Up of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The 39-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Kill. Let's stop. Right. Hayward.
Play action now. Brissett. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, here's Yeldon, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Check 99, check Alta. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Good job.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Wide, wide, get wide. Jam, 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 jam.
First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. 6-yard. He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Bandit. Bandit.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 22, jet, Farmer. 22, jet, Farmer. Yeah, off. 13, not 13. He's got one.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Deion Kane, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Out of the gun, here's a give to Matt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
That's pulled in at the 32. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24, check 24, check 52.
They start the drive with Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Showing it. Watch the edge. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Shoot.
Now a run with Anderson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Deuce. Watch the safety creep. Check safety. Switch. Go.
On 2nd down now, it's Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Tight down. There you go. 57. Mike, 57. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4 down.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go counter with Howard. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Oh, you got deep?
From the gun, here's Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brissett sets to throw it. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Davis now to return it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
At the 36-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On play action, Wentz. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Here we go. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
On first down, they run with Howard. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And it's third down.
The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Wentz on third down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 50, check 50. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Shift, shift.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 5-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 66. Check your hot read. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
They just get the play off. Now Brissett. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 91 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run for it with Anderson, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Get him, get him, get him.
Here's Wentz to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Tight ends on Lucy. Even. 4 gap, even. 51, Mike 51. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Now Wentz. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6 as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check three.
They run it again with Anderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Man, I got you. Mike 13. Let's go, D.
To throw, Brissett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Done.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go. Ready?
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch the whip.
They'll run it now with Juszczyk. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Let's get it.
Here we go. Ready? Let's get it.
Mike can do it.
Come on.
Watch the screen.
Let's get it.
Big ass.
On second down, it's Howard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready?
On 1st and goal, Howard. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Throwing his Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 4 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carry now for Anderson. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let him know. Two jet.
Trying the right side with Howard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a 1st down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it 3rd and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a 2nd chance at it to try and pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Set the tone, defense.
Brissett. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in.
You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
Mike 13, Mike Moreco. Army. Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Brissett. That one into the hands of Kane. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check 26, check 26. Check 9, check 9.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 13, Mike 13. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Again, it's Brissett. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Fourth down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First down, Philadelphia.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
First down, Eagles.
There we go. Back there. 120. Hey, let's go. Got you. I got you, son.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
50 wants the money. 50 wants the money.
Again, it's Howard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Mike.
Now Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's fly two. Other side, solid.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch twist.
Again, Anderson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 13. Check Mike. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Exit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Check it. Let's go. Great.
On 1st down, it's Howard, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go with Howard again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Pull it together.
Other side, solid, solid.
Now the fullback, Juszczyk. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep, a lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they? I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Back man.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout. Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game? No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked. It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together.